Hi children, good morning. How are you all? Good. So we will start with the next topic, rotatory motion. See, in this chapter we are discussing about what are the different types of motion. In the previous video we have discussed about what is rest and what is motion, and the rest and motion are relative terms, and what are the types of motion. And we have discussed what is translatory motion and its types. The types of translatory motion are rectilinear motion, the curvilinear motion, and a special case of curvilinear motion is the circular motion. Now we are moving on to the next type of motion, that is called the rotatory motion. Just take a look at the definition. If an object moves about a fixed axis or a fixed point without changing its position on the whole, the object is said to be in rotatory motion. See, we are very familiar with the top moving about its axis or its nail. So, when an object is moving with its about its fixed axis, then we can say that it is in rotatory motion, or it is executing rotatory motion. And we are familiar with the rotation of the earth. The earth is moving around the sun, which is known as the revolution, or we can say that it is a circular motion. And in the case, it is also rotating in its axis also. So the earth is executing rotatory motion also. Okay, so whenever an object is moving in its fixed axis, then we can say that it is the rotatory motion. More examples are there: spinning charka, the roulette wheel, a merry-go-round. These are the examples of rotatory motion. Next one is oscillatory motion. If an object moves to and fro about its mean position, then the object is said to be in oscillatory motion. See, the to and fro motion is when we are looking at the pendulum clock. The pendulum will move from one position to next position, and it repeat. The speed of the pendulum is constant. It is not changing, isn't it? So the motion executed by the pendulum is known as the oscillatory motion. That is, the to and fro motion is known as oscillatory motion. A child swings. It is also an example for oscillatory motion. Needle of a sewing machine. See, we can see the needle will move up and down frequently, isn't it? So it is also executing the oscillatory motion, or the to and fro motion in its mean position. Then the object is said to be in oscillatory motion. Okay. Next one is vibratory motion. See, the major difference between the oscillatory motion and vibration are the very fast oscillation are called vibration. And we are familiar with what is vibration. When we are hitting the table with your hand, and when we are keeping our ears, we can hear a sound, isn't it? And we can, if you touch the table, you can feel some vibration, isn't it? So what is this vibration? It is the motion of an object in which only part of the object moves to and fro about its mean position, while the remaining object remains at rest, is called vibratory motion. See, when we are taking the example of vibration of string of the sitar, when we are plucking up the string of the sitar, what happened? Does the whole sitar moving? No, only the string is executing the to and fro motion, isn't it? Not the whole body is moving. It is a part of the instrument is moving, isn't it? So the motion of an object in which only a part of the object moves to and fro about its mean position, while the remaining object remains at rest, is known as vibratory motion. So this is known as vibration. And next one, vibration of membrane of the drum. When we are hitting or beating the drum, we can feel the vibration. That is, the membrane will vibrate, isn't it? It will execute to and fro motion, but the whole drum is not moving here and there, isn't it? So we can say that a part of the object is moving. So such type of motion is known as vibratory motion. Next one, vibration of leaves of the trees in air. When it is air, we can see the vibration of the leaves, but the tree is not moving actually, and of course the leaf is not moving from one place to another, isn't it? It is just moving to and fro, or it is executing to and fro motion. So we can say that these are the examples of vibratory motion. Okay. Next one is multiple or complex motion. When an object simultaneously shows a combination of two or more types of motion, then this combination of motion is called multiple or complex motion. See, we are very familiar when an object, while taking the example of a car, the moving car shows a combination of translatory and rotatory motion. We can see the wheels are in rotatory motion. It is in a fixed axis and it is rotatory motion. And of course, the car is not still in a position, isn't it? While rotation of the wheels, the car is moving from one place to another. So it is executing two or more motion. Or we can say that when the object is simultaneously showing a combination of two or more types of motion, then this combination of motion is known as complex motion or the multiple motion. And next one, the combination of rotatory and translatory motion is called the rolling motion. Rolling motion is a very important thing you have to study well. See, when we are taking the two particular motion, that is the rotatory and translatory motion, so the combination of these two motion is known as rolling motion. So complex motion is nothing but it is the combination of two or more types of motion simultaneously. Okay. Next one is an example, a drill showing a combination of translatory and rotatory motion. So we can say that it is also a rolling motion. Okay. Next one is random motion. When an object has no specific path and frequently changes its motion, the motion is called random or the irregular motion. See, if in the previous motion, in the types of motion we have discussed, it always have a definite path. But in this motion, it does not have a specific path. We can understand by using the examples. Motion of a flying mosquito or fly. See, while a mosquito is flying, it does not have a definite direction, isn't it? Yes, the mosquito is coming right and it is moving left, it is straight. We cannot predict its movement, isn't it? It is frequently changing its motion, isn't it? So it has no specific path, as well as they are changing the movement at all instant. So we can say that such type of motions are known as the random motion or the irregular motion. Next example is motion of a flying kite, then motion of smoke particles, motion of a hockey or football player. All these are very familiar, isn't it? All these examples do not have a specific path and they are frequently changing its movement. So we can say that they are random motion. Okay. So in this video we have discussed about the different types of motion: rotatory motion, oscillatory motion, vibratory motion, multiple or the complex motion, and last one is random motion. That is, we have discussed 5 types of motion. So you have to study all these motion along with its examples. Okay, so go through the textbook, understand the concept, then keep safe in your home, keep watching.